putting an end to identity politics. This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show. Did you happen to go, if you were in New York and you had nothing better to do, did you happen to go to the protest for Kaepernick to get a job in the NFL? They said 1,000 people were there protesting the NFL. I saw the video. I couldn't see more than 40. But the reporter said there's 1,000 people here, and then she later said it's between 800 and 1,200. And I suspect if she'd have kept reporting, she would have finally gotten down to less than 100. I didn't see them. Maybe they were there. And she said it was a diverse crowd. It was a diverse crowd of mostly black people. And I would venture to say Kaepernick probably paid them to be there. Would you put it past the left? Be honest. I mean, they pay for their own stuff. Hey, listen, y'all come out, I'll give everybody a free jersey or whatever. What was it? Somebody wanted to put it in the Smithsonian, his artifacts from what he did. Somebody said, was he going to put the patch of grass that his knee sat on or the part of the bench that he warms? But these people said, no. Lots of people came out to show solidarity for Kaepernick. They want him to have a job. NFL, what the hell? That was what they were supposedly chanting. NFL, what the hell? I'm reading this. More than 1,000 people, many wearing jerseys bearing Kaepernick's name. I hope they spelled it right this time. Crowded the steps outside the NFL's Midtown Manhattan offices. Kaepernick, who once took the 49ers to the Super Bowl, opted out of his contract with the team in March and remains unsigned. Let me tell you something. If you are a 49er fan, if you are a 49er player or coach, the best news you could have possibly gotten in your life was when Kaepernick said, I'm going to take my ball and go home. And he did. Go. Be gone. And it took the distraction away from the team. Jerry Jones came out and said, if you kneel on the Dallas Cowboys, you're out of here. Now, the NFL's taking a position of, if you want to kneel during the national anthem, we are not one to stop you. But coaches are coming out. NFL owners and saying, don't do it. Don't come here and be a distraction to us. I'll get to that in a minute. Because I want to go back to the people that would dare go protest on behalf of this multimillionaire whiny baby. That's what Kaepernick is. Kaepernick thought when he exercised his right to free agency or whatever, and he left the 49ers, man, there would be a path leading to his door. NFL owners would feel pressure to sign him. Everybody would want the guy who dare stand up to the racial oppression of America that has the NFL at 68% plus black. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to protest on behalf of Caitlyn Jenner. I want her to be the first woman in the NFL. And if the NFL doesn't capitulate, then we're going to boycott them. Which brings me to what these people want to do. See, they want to usurp what you do, what you've managed to do. You conservatives, we sickened of the NFL playing social engineering. And you know what we did? We turned them off. Click. We stopped buying their jerseys. The NFL is not only suffering when it comes to their TV ratings, they're suffering in their paraphernalia, their memorabilia. That's the stuff that they make tons of money on. When they can't tell you what that the revenues are this much, they go to Nike, and Nike goes, look, hey, we have to renegotiate this deal. You're not getting the kind of coverage you used to get. Everything gets hit. It isn't just a 20% drop in viewership. It's a 20% drop across the board. Everybody's watching these numbers. They want that ROI. So the NFL's taking it in the shorts. And it's because of you. You got tired of Michael Sam being flaunted in your face, the little football fairy who says, I want to play I'm playing football because I'm gay. And I predicted, of course, and rightfully so, the same way I predicted that Donald Trump would be the next president. Did I mention that? Yeah, anyway, I may mention it again. I predicted that Michael Sam would never play a down of professional football in the NFL after all the hoopla over the fairy being made. He's gay and he's in the NFL. Surprise, surprise. There are other gay people in the NFL, and they don't lead their NFL lives with their gaiety. So there you go. I'm all that in a bag of chips. Hey, did I mention that I helped Trump get elected and I predicted it? Okay. Maybe I didn't. Anyway, the NFL has been trying to social engineer, and so has all the other sports, by the way. The UFC has been probably next to the NFL the most egregious on the planet when they were touting Ronda Rousey. Where's your God now, Dana White? Where's your God now? Yeah, nobody even mentions that chick's name. I'm sorry I did just now. So all I'm getting at, people, is the NFL's been trying to socially engineer. It's been for decades, just for the record, because they've been wussifying the game, number one. Secondly, they have been talking about the gays in the NFL now. And now we get to the social justice warriors of the NFL. 68% black men playing in the NFL. The sport is dominated by people of color. And Colin Kaepernick has the nerve, along with Spike Lee and some of these other nincompoops on the left, to talk about how racist it is. The NFL's not racist. See, let me explain something to you, boys and girls. You may think Jerry Jones owns the Cowboys, and he owns them on paper. Let me tell you who owns the Dallas Cowboys. The millions of fans. And they may not own stock in the company, but they own stock in what's important to Jerry Jones, and that is, A, watching those football games, and B, buying those Cowboy products. And if they don't do that, Jerry Jones loses money, and so does every other NFL owner, because the owner of that sports, all these sports franchises, are the fans. If they stop watching, that owner is lost. He's invested $1 billion+ into nothing. So that's why these guys look at all of this stuff. You will eventually see these owners say to Roger Goodell, you institute a policy. If you do not stand at attention with your hand over your heart in this league, you are gone. I hope he does anyway. So let me tell you why Colin Kaepernick remains unsigned. He remains unsigned because he's a distraction. He remains unsigned because instead of focusing on what he's supposed to be focusing on, which is his job, he's decided to become a social justice warrior. I want you to imagine you're a middle-level manager or a sales guy or something, and you work for IBM. And you decide that in something very publicly, you're going to take a knee, as it were, and represent IBM in what you believe is your little personal peccadillo. Let me explain what happens to you. IBM will fire you, and they won't think 2 seconds about it. They are not interested in your social justice stance. They're interested in how well you can sell or deliver a product. End of story. And that's all they should be concerned about. But we've now got a world where people have to be, oh, well, who's going to stand with me as I do my social justice warrior thing and I support Michael Brown, a thug who tried to kill a cop. And you know what his teammate said? Not me. I'm here to play football. Anyway, they did his event. Boycott was one of their chants. And the reason why I'm talking to you about the NFL stats going down and the money going down is now when the stats and the money goes down, they want to say it's because of Kaepernick. It's because of their support of Kaepernick. This is the reason why the NFL stats are going down. You boycott Kaepernick, we boycott you, and you will pay. The left is trying to usurp what you've already started, conservatives, and you can't let them. Are you following me? I hope you are. This is what they said. How in the world can we call ourselves the land of the free, the home of the brave, and you get vilified and criminalized just for speaking your mind, said Reverend Jamal Bryant. Hey, Reverend Jamal, in case you hadn't noticed, that's what happens to conservatives, not leftists. He goes on to say, the NFL has proven with their treatment of Colin Kaepernick that they do not mind if black players get a concussion. They just got a problem if black players get a conscience. Nice quip. Yeah, so the NFL is looking at concussions only for white people. The NFL only cares about conscience only for white guys. Look, the NFL is a charity, gives away a lot of time and energy, and helps a lot of young black men go back into their neighborhoods and help people. I'll give them credit for that. But to act as if the NFL has done a disservice to Colin Kaepernick because they won't hire this pretentious little puke is in no way indicative of the NFL. If the NFL wants to hire him, let Roger Goodell hire him. Bring him up to the front office. It is no responsibility of an owner, a team owner, or a coach to say, I want this fool. They don't want the distraction, and I don't blame them. I'm going to talk more about this later on. Keep it here. We'll be back.
He won't stop until he's the top-rated radio talk show host in America.
What kind of weird competitive freak are you?
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.